You always sent your kids to school. You always made sure that the kids went to school.
School.
Yeah.
School and church. That was, very few kids come to my house and didn't go to church. We always, and I didn't have no trunks or no, you know what I mean, very few of them. The only one of them I ever had to run away.
Who?
He'll tell you. Asked him by the time he come to the door.
Who?
I said, can I come in? And I looked at him. He said, well, I'm drunk. I said, well, no, you ain't coming in here. He went on up the street, around the corner.
Oh.
He could get in there anyhow. And I still say that's what's wrong. People, you say no and you mean no. That's it.
Well,
Who's that?
you must have been pretty proud of Mom when she went to nursing school, huh?
Huh?
You must have been pretty proud of Mom when she went to nursing school.
Oh, yeah.
That's a pretty picture.
You
Yeah,
are
it's a wonderful
beautiful in that.
Oh, she was hot stuff about that time, wasn't you?
picture.
Yeah.
Do you remember what year this was?
Lopez and Ridley.
56?
Oh,
56?
she just had a lot of fun.
Oh.
And she did well in nursing school and still sticking with it.
And this is my brother, and it's not a very good picture.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have another picture.
Don't say nothing about him. He's liable to come.
Here, show Mary Jo's picture.
This is Mary Jo. Is this in high school, right?
Yeah.
So we put both. Just put one at a
See, no, that was
time. Didn't she go to Western?
Here's a
or
picture.
Eastern?
Western.
Yeah, she went to.
Here's a picture for you.
Yeah. And then here's this.
Oh, look at that one. That's
This is Lieutenant.
Oh, did you have to put that in there? Now the show's over. That's all, folks. Ain't that what they say?
Yeah.
Oh, my.
This is Uncle Al. He's
I'd like to ask him how he's doing at work, but I wouldn't dare.
Huh.
Uncle Al.
Yep.
I don't know if this picture will show. See if you can get this one. This
Oh, that
these
was
three
taken
little
in the
kids
Oakland Oak Park.
hung together all the time. That's myself, and my brother's in the middle.
Where are you, Nora?
You are. I was the
tall
tallest.
one?
Yeah, I was the oldest. So I thought. And then Alan's in the middle, and then Joan Eigelhart is there. And we were just together all the time.
Mom,
We lived in the city, and Joan lived on the farm out in Howard County.
tell us about the time you smoked the
And I
cigars.
think it made a very
Oh yeah,
balanced
we
life.
were always into
She
different
learned
things.
what the country was, and I mean, Joan would have just stayed right in the city. She would have made a good city dweller.
Joan's grandfather, he was always getting us into trouble. So one time, he had cigars. He used to let us smoke cigars and drive the car. Well, one time,
How old were you?
about this age on this picture, I don't know, not much older.
Look, maybe
We-
4 or
About
5.
12.
I don't know. Not this picture.
We were not very old, and it was a hot August day, and the car, they had a car that was parked out on the farm, out in the yard, and so we decided we were going to smoke one of his cigars in the car with the windows up. And it
So
was-
nobody could tell that.
Right,
No, nobody could smell it.
And so we're on the floor in the back seat, sitting down, smoking a cigar. Well, all of a sudden, Alan looked like he was dying. He turned green on me. So I
I
get
don't
out
think
of
he ever smoked another one.
so I got out of the car, and then I didn't know what to do. I had to go in the house and tell him that Alan was sick. So we got in a lot of trouble for smoking a cigar.
Whoops. Whoops. We lost our picture.
Mom, tell them about the bull on the farm.
Oh yeah, they on the farm they had horses and cows and chickens and gardens and barns and milking cows. So they always had a huge bull. And in those days, the bulls were they were really vicious. And the bull would always be would be chasing us through the field.
Joan always dressed like she was 10 years older than
There's
me.
the bulls. You have the bulls chasing you?
Yes, and there would be barbed wire fences separating the fields. Well, the bull, we'd be down there fishing or collecting blackberries or just wandering around, and all of a sudden one of us would look up and the bull had spotted us, and he'd start pawing on the ground, and he'd take off, and we'd take off too, and I have all these scars on my arms from going through the barbed wire fence, head first or whatever the
The bull
fastest.
couldn't go 'cause it was shot with hooked up to electricity.
Uh-oh.
And she,
Electric fence.
Yeah,
it was
electric barbed wire. So we
But
learned
they
how to,
didn't realize that. They didn't pay no attention to that. They thought he could come right on through.
we learned how to take care of the chickens and how to do a little bit in the garden. And then we decided we wanted to learn how to milk cows. So Joan and I devised this system where the man who helped on the farm, he was going to get us up at 4 a.m. when it was time to milk the cows. So what he did was he told us to take these strings, all these strings, and hook them together, tie them together. And then we were to take them up in the bedroom and tie it to our toe. And then when it was time for him to call us, he was going to pull on the string. All that went, I don't know, how far was it from the barn to the house? At least a quarter of a mile. And he was going to pull on this string and wake us up. Well, we tried this for about a week, every morning. It never did wake us up. We were very disappointed.
I'm sure.
Oh my.
This is when you were little small, right?
Oh, hi there.
This is my father, my mother,
That was
and my
you housing
brother.
up on top of the Virginia mountain.
We used to take a lot of trips up to the
We
Shenandoah.
always got the Jewish holidays. Nobody else did but him and I. And we always would go on top.
So who's in the picture?
This is my father and my mother and my brother and myself. And in the background is our very good friend Ralph Earhart. And he was in the military and his wife was our babysitter. And they were from Virginia. And we would take frequent trips up the Skyline Drive and go to where they had grown up. And sometimes we'd go in the winter and it would be freezing rain, and of course you didn't have defrosters on cars and all that. The men would hang out the windows and pour whiskey on the windshield to defrost it, to de-ice it.
It wasn't all men.
Huh?
It wasn't all men.
You used to do it too.
I used to have to drive that 36 Ford up there.
Well, did you hang out the window and pour the whiskey
I
on
used to
it?
whiskey.
Is this when you graduated
You
from?
know, your father,
Yeah.
he messed with a lot of things, but if it was anything against the law, he didn't want no parts of that. He didn't break no laws knowingly.
This is me the day I graduated. No, I think it might have been the day I got my cap in nursing school.
What did that mean? It was a
That
passage of
you
such,
finished your probation period.
huh?
And that's my nursing cape, which I still have. And that's my cousin Joan. And this is Aunt Mizey over here.
Oh,
That's a big day.
I guess
Yeah,
that's about the only
big day.
picture we ever had with Mizey.
Oh, I think we have a couple. This is an interesting picture, speaking of Aunt Mizey. Who's that?
Grandma Riddle, ain't it?
And who else?
It's kind of hard to tell.
I think it's Grandma Riddle. And
Why don't you point them out there? You have the pointer?
I don't know.
I lost it.
That's a little boy.
Okay, this is Grandma Riddle.
Yeah.
Is that Uncle Frank?
The Uncle
Well-
Frank didn't have many pictures taken.
Yeah, but it looks like him.
I think it might have been
And that's Uncle
Grandpa.
Jim.
The only time they ever took his pictures when they was taking
We'll
the
have to-
pictures
we'll have to
of
look at it.
the generations. Where's that?
I think it's an old one, Mom. It's a picture of a picture.
That's Uncle Frank.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But look like him.
Grandma Riddle, Frank, and Jim.
Is that Uncle Jim?
I don't think so. I'd say
Is that
it was-
Grandpa Riddle?
Not Pop. It ain't Henry Keller. He was so tall and skinny.
Uncle Charlie?
Uncle Charlie never got that close to him to get a picture taken.
Or maybe it was a surprise. Sneak attack or something.
Aunt Rennie would have to tell you. And she'd tell you she knew what she did not say.
What else do we have?
It don't look like Jim, but
I think.
Jim never wore suspenders no way.
Oh, okay.
Jim was a dressy man.
Do you know who this one is?
Oh, I know them. I remember that picture.
This Grandma Riddle was a character, and if you notice how long her dress was, she used to tell me no man ever saw her ankles but Papa. And she used to wear those long dresses. And one time she was staying with my mother as my grandmother got older. She was staying with my mother on Miles Avenue, and I was pregnant. And I went over in the summertime, and I had shorts on.
Pregnant in shorts?
Pregnant in shorts, and she got a blanket and covered me up. That was not acceptable.
This is Aunt Maisie's house, right?
I think so.
It looks like it to me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did we already see this?
Yes, we saw that
Yeah.
one.
Well, this is a whole lot of Howard County farmers. This is Uncle Frank and Uncle Charlie, and usually Billy, but I wouldn't want to put my foot on it. This might be Billy.
Here, let me show this one. I'll show this one. This is a real old picture. This is
Yeah, that goes. Is there a date on the back?
No, it doesn't have a date. It's a shame. It's
That goes way back because they stopped using horses a long time.
That's how they farmed back in those days.
that's pretty neat. Here, where's that one?
But Frank Riddle would have always used his horses. He liked the horses.
This
Who's here?
this is.
Oh,
Mom.
that's a good one.
Are you pregnant with Debbie here?
Yeah, that's the day they had my shower. That was about 2 weeks before Debbie was born.
Pretty dress.
And that used to fascinate Debbie when she was little. She just couldn't get it all together. And she used to want to look at this picture all the time.
Oh. And who do we have back here? Is that my mom?
That's my mom and Joan and Curry.
And this is at Aunt Mabel's.
Aunt Mabel's kitchen.
Kitchen.
On Centennial.
Well, a lot of changes in that outfit since then.